Usually, the question in the comments is how much XRP I have. It is a funny question, see you, essentially asking how much XRP you need for what. I always strive to be realistic, but I also like to have fun. Various XRP pricing schemes, so I'm just going to sit here and say, I do think XRP can go to astronomical numbers, so I think $10,000 in XRP or $50,000 for an XRP can happen, but my biggest obstacle is figuring out how long it will take to get there. Since no one in history has ever accurately predicted when anything will happen in the cryptocurrency space, I won't sit here and say that. These events are scheduled to occur or they won't happen because I don't know about one of the main things I want to learn about, which is the introduction before going into the actual numbers. If you don't care about the introduction and context, which I believe to be very important, you can skip to the skip chapter and go down to the chapters below. I would encourage you to not do that now since everyone has skipped that section. Let's have a reasonable conversation, as everyone has already jumped to the end, so that we can now converse and express our desires. The one thing I saw about those who asked that question is that, at their core, they don't know what they need or want. To clarify, by that I mean that we're all essentially saying, I want a nice, wealthy lifestyle. Everybody has that degree of desire. That we desire a specific car, that we wish to take a specific number of holidays each year, etc. We just state that we desire a particular quality of life. When you combine it with the notion that many people just pay attention to XRP's high price targets, you end up with a lot of individuals putting their faith in expensive forecasts provided by others that have nothing to do with their ideal way of life. Someone can say, I'd love to make $10,000 a month, but they haven't bothered to figure out how much their ideal lifestyle would cost, which the video will eventually feature. However, their ideal way of life, if it could theoretically be completed at $8,000, then why are we attempting to reach $10,000 a month when all it takes is $8,000 to reach $10,000 a month? You might require an additional $500,000. It would seem reasonable to take that action if you could leave to achieve your ideal lifestyle, wouldn't it? When someone inquires, how much XRP do I need? A few things are beyond my comprehension. I'm not sure how much your ideal lifestyle would cost. To you, what is a large sum of money? I'm not sure how much your portfolio is currently worth. I'm not sure how ridiculous it is that you would like to use XRP for a sort of retirement. You understand that retiring on XRP will not occur until you reach such enormous sums of money if all you have is 1,000 XRP. How long will we have to wait then? Do you anticipate that to occur over the next 3 years, or do you maintain composure and think you already know? If the latter, I may have to wait 10 to 15 years for those kinds of rates to become available. Nobody may have foreseen the time I'm alerting you to that possibility. I think it's crucial to realize that I have no idea when I'll be in the price target range tomorrow. If you haven't completed the procedure of calculating the total cost of your intended lifestyle using a point-by-point approach. I mean, are you interested in owning a private jet? How much does it cost to make sure? Are you aware of the cost of paying the pilots? How much does it cost to keep the plane in a hangar? You are aware of the possible income you could bring in. Generate from that by leasing it, for example. You must be aware of all these specifics. Need to be aware of all the strange little expenses associated with owning a Lamborghini. For instance, if you keep your car in a garage without maintaining the proper temperature over time, the paint may eventually chip or break. Like that, you have to fix it in a way that makes people want to be that particular about it. Because if that's the case, they could claim, for example, that my ideal lifestyle will cost $10,000 per month, which would give the computation a lot more legs to be able to materialize. For that reason, I've looked at several fair short-term price objectives in addition to more on the upper end of the price range. I've also included a fairly specific monthly amount that someone could desire to make, as well as targets that you might search for. Since $10,000 a month is a fairly normal amount that people aim for, We're going to base those numbers and the required quantity of XRP on that amount to make that happen at a very acceptable yield that can be earned from a relatively high portfolio value. Most people seem to have the potential to lead pretty pleasant lives, at least that's my belief. We're basing everything at $10,000 each month for eternity on the possibility that this won't apply to you. In that case, you would need to adapt accordingly, but only if you remove everything in your cryptocurrency portfolio. We'll discuss it in a moment once it hits a specific value. And you incorporate everything into the stock market and generate a 7% yield, which is quite conservative. This is essentially the typical yield, ranging from 7 to 10% if you simply invest in this company without giving it a second thought. Based on that cautious aim at these various price points, that's what you'll receive from the market. What is the required amount of XRP to reach the portfolio value that yields a 7% return? Let's do the math and find out what $10,000 a month entails for you, so keep that in mind while evaluating all of these various costs. Points. I'll tell you precisely how much XRP you need as I go through the list to be able to produce $10,000 per month at a yield of 7%. Eternally all right, so the various price points are as follows. 18 XRP represents the conservative target, and a 113 XRP is the top end of that target. After that, we have $150, $1,100, $500, and $1,000 XRP. What remains the same in all of this, now? You would need a portfolio value of $1,742,185 to generate $10,000 per month at a yield of 7%. If you look at your current portfolio, you can see how many excess you currently need to reach that amount. However, we will now be able to tie in an amount of XRP that you would take out of the entire amount. Invest every cent in exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and receive a perpetual 7% yield. Is presuming this, hence in 18 XRP you would require $131,800 XRP, $334 to 185 XRP, $1.17, 42 XRP at 1100 XRP, $3,428 XRP at $500 XRP, and 1714 XRP at $1,000 XRP. Is that a good or a negative thing? News for you, please share it with me in the comments. Since most people have more than 1714 XRP, there's absolutely no reason to go any higher. Hence, any price point beyond TH000 would at that moment, you should just be thinking about yourself because you already know you're good. You would need to double the price prediction to reach the portfolio value if you were to sell 50% of your portfolio. This is also dependent on the previously specified conditions. If you have $10,000 a month, you need one because of the 7% annual yield. $1,714,285 in your entire portfolio to bring in that $10,000 each month. Please keep in mind that these videos are only meant for your amusement. I am not a certified financial advisor. For this reason, I always advise viewers to do their research and speak with experts before making any financial decisions. Many thanks for watching. If you found the video entertaining, would you kindly give it a thumbs up and remember to click the subscribe button as well? Ensure that the notifications are turned on to be the first to know about introducing fresh content that I'm eager to watch.